Hey everybody, quick update here on HGA hybrid grading approach. Wanted to give you guys an update that HGA came out yesterday, Monday, August 2nd, and announced some new pricing structure. Then they changed that pricing structure yesterday afternoon. So here's what it was all about. Basically, it came out with a statement saying basically thank you for everyone that stopped by the National Sports Convention that was held in Chicago. They had a booth out there. I met a lot of people, got a lot of positive feedback. And then kind of going into the Smoky Mountain Card Show that's going to be coming up here in September. And that basically moving on into the fact that they're going to change some prices, lowering the top tier, raising the lower tier, and offering basically discounts for bulk orders because that's saving them a ton when they can do and process huge bulk orders. They're basically saying, hey, look, our costs have increased significantly, basically doubling our costs, and that's why we're going up on prices. It's not to make additional money, it's just our costs have just skyrocketed, and getting these smaller orders is creating a big problem for us. It's a whole lot more efficient for us to do large orders, so they're kind of putting a lot of emphasis on that. Here's the prices that they announced initially that they were going to go to, basically 75 for 2-day, 50 for 10-day, 40 for 30-day, 25 down to 20 for 60-day. So just depending on if you're going to do 1 to 20 cards, 21 to 50, or 51 to 100. If you do the 51 to 100 cards, they're going to give a significant break. They then realized after a bunch of people complained about it that there's a better way to do it. Let's go back to a little bit of what we were doing before. 75 to 70 for a 2-day, 50 to 45 for a 10-day, 35 flat across for 30-day, and 20 flat across for a 60-day. And this just kind of goes into that. Basically, the two bottom tiers kind of staying the same as what they had before, 35 or 20, 35 for 30-day, 20 for 60-day. And so they wanted to keep that the same after, hearing some feedback. HGA has been crazy responsive to its consumers and customer base, so props to them for seeing a lot of outrage and upset people and realizing, hey, let's figure out a different way to save costs than passing it on to the consumer. Let's revamp this and try to do it without raising prices and dial back on the prices. Still lowering, by the way, the 2 and 10-day prices, so mad props to them. Here's the little statement. And Tyler, the CEO, came out and on a live on Facebook, I believe, and went over all this. Basically, big news was that customs are going back down to $10. They doubled them. They raised them up to $20, which I thought was still fine. I mean, the custom labels are what really sets HGA apart, in my opinion. I think those are really awesome. And they're bringing those back down to $10 for customs. And it just kind of goes in again, hey, basically, look, this is just cost on our end. It wasn't a way to make more money, and just kind of what their thought process was on raising the prices. So a couple of more cool things that he talks about in this post and in the live, that basically he's just trying to, keep up with demand and everything else. And more importantly, well, of course, I mentioned the customs were going to 10, but more importantly, a new thing they're going to come out with is a PC slabbing. So basically, anywhere from $13 to $15, and we'll find out more about that in the next couple of weeks, I assume. Hopefully later this week. But they're going to have an offer to slab your PC cards and protect your PC cards that you don't care if they get graded. It'll be cheaper because they're not having to grade the cards. They're just encasing them to protect them for the long term, and I'm sure they're going to match the labels to those PC cards, which will be really awesome for your collection. That's all for now, guys. Hope you all enjoyed the little quick update. What do you think about HGA? I thought it was interesting that they, within one day, flipped everything and went back on the prices. Props to them for seeing, public concern, outcry from their customers. And hey, they're a young company, they're learning, they're growing, they're trying to figure this out. I think mad props to them for doing that, and I appreciate the cost savings because I'm usually the one using either 60-day or 30-day, and I'm definitely been getting some of those custom labels on some of my cards, so I certainly appreciate that. What do you think? Are you getting anything graded by HGA, and will you? Let me know.